Behind the walls of a prison, there exists a hidden world most people will never see. A world of secret codes, underground economies, broken lives, and surprising stories of hope. What really happens when the cell door slams shut? Tonight, we step inside the prison system to uncover the untold truths that no movie or headline has ever shown you. Prisons are more than just concrete walls and locked doors. They're entire societies hidden in plain sight, built on fear, loyalty, power, and survival. For most people, prison is a distant thought, something seen in films or read in the news. But the reality inside is far more shocking, raw, and deeply human. In this video, we're diving into the untold stories of the prison system, stories of desperation, resilience, and unexpected hope that stretch far beyond the walls. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will forever change the way you think about life behind bars. For many entering prison, the first day is unforgettable. The intake process strips away individuality. Names are replaced with numbers. Personal belongings are taken. Hair may be cut, clothes exchanged for a standard issue uniform, and suddenly, freedom becomes a distant memory. The sound of the cell door locking for the first time is a chilling reminder that from this moment on, life is no longer their own. That first night often brings with it a wave of regret, fear, and uncertainty. Some cry quietly into their pillows, others stare blankly at the ceiling, and a few brace themselves for survival. It is in those moments that the reality of incarceration truly sinks in. Prison culture operates on its own set of laws, unwritten yet strictly enforced. Gangs often control the flow of contraband, dictate alliances, and enforce discipline among members. Tattoos mark not just skin but allegiance and history. For some inmates, aligning with a group is a matter of protection rather than choice. Refusing to take sides can leave one vulnerable, while joining can mean being drawn deeper into cycles of violence and criminal activity. It is a delicate balance, one that defines daily life behind the walls. But prison is not just about violence and gangs. Within these confines, there are also moments of humanity. Inmates form friendships, create art, and even pursue education. Some prisons offer rehabilitation programs, classes that teach skills ranging from carpentry to computer literacy. For those who take part, it offers a rare chance to prepare for life beyond incarceration. Yet, the opportunities are often limited, and the stigma of being labeled a prisoner lingers long after release. Still, for many, these programs provide hope in an otherwise bleak existence. One untold story often hidden behind statistics is the emotional toll of isolation. Solitary confinement, sometimes referred to as the hole, places an inmate alone in a small cell for 23 hours a day. The silence is deafening. Days blur into weeks, weeks into months. Without human interaction, mental health deteriorates. Some talk to themselves just to hear a voice. Others pace endlessly, trying to maintain a sense of control. For many, the psychological scars of solitary never fully heal, even after release. It is one of the harshest realities of prison life, yet it remains a practice in many prison systems worldwide. Beyond punishment, there are stories of resilience. Some inmates turn to writing, pouring their thoughts onto paper, creating poems, memoirs, or letters to loved ones. Others discover religion, finding faith as a source of strength. Music, too, becomes an escape. Homemade instruments fashioned from scraps, rhythms tapped against cell bars, voices joining in song. These creative outlets become lifelines, proving that even in the darkest corners, the human spirit seeks light. The prison economy is another hidden world within the walls. With cash prohibited, currency takes many forms: cigarettes, ramen noodles, stamps, or even artwork. Deals are made quietly, favors exchanged, and debts repaid with strict adherence to honor codes. A packet of instant noodles might buy protection, a hand-drawn card could serve as a gift, and a borrowed radio might come with strings attached. This underground economy keeps daily life moving, but it also reflects the resourcefulness of those who must survive with so little. Guards, often seen as authority figures, live their own reality inside the system. They walk the line between enforcing rules and ensuring their own safety. Some treat inmates with fairness and respect, understanding that empathy can prevent violence. Others abuse their power, escalating tensions. The relationship between guards and prisoners is fragile, built on a foundation of mistrust, but also interdependence. Both sides share the same confined space, both adapting to the constant pressure that prison life creates. Family ties often become strained during incarceration. Phone calls are expensive, visits limited, and letters sometimes censored. Children grow up without parents, partners struggle with absence, and friendships fade. For those inside, maintaining contact with the outside world becomes a battle against loneliness. Every visit is a reminder of what has been lost, yet also a spark of hope that one day, freedom might restore those bonds. For some, however, those relationships do not survive the test of time, leaving them truly alone. The impact of prison extends beyond the individual. Entire communities feel the effects of incarceration. Families face financial strain, neighborhoods lose members, and cycles of crime and punishment continue across generations. For many, the prison system becomes not just a place of correction, but a revolving door, pulling in those who lack resources, education, or support. The untold stories of prison are not just about those behind bars, but also about the ripple effect that stretches into society. Amidst the bleakness, there are rare stories of transformation. Inmates who find purpose through education, mentoring others, or dedicating themselves to change. Some emerge determined never to return, using their experiences to inspire others to avoid the same path. These stories prove that while prison can break people, it can also serve as a turning point. But the path to redemption is never easy, weighed down by stigma and limited opportunities for reintegration into society. The prison system is a reflection of society's values, its failures, and its hopes. Behind the numbers and statistics are human beings flawed, complex, and capable of change. Each cell holds a story, each prisoner a past, and each day a chance for transformation. Yet, the reality remains that the system is far from perfect. Corruption, overcrowding, and violence plague institutions worldwide. The walls may confine bodies, but they cannot contain the impact prisons have on families, communities, and generations to come. As we look beyond the walls, we are reminded that the untold stories of prison life matter. They challenge us to see beyond stereotypes, to acknowledge humanity in places where it is often forgotten, and to question whether the system truly delivers justice. The clanging doors and silent cells are more than just symbols of punishment. They are chapters in human lives, waiting to be heard, understood, and remembered. For those who leave prison, the journey doesn't end at the gates. Freedom brings its own challenges, finding employment with a criminal record, rebuilding relationships, and resisting old habits. Many describe the world outside as overwhelming, faster, noisier, and less forgiving than they remembered. Reintegration requires resilience, support, and second chances. Without them, the cycle repeats, and the walls of prison loom once again. Behind every locked cell is a story, some tragic, some transformative, all unforgettable. The prison system is not just about punishment. It's about people, choices, and the possibility of change. Beyond the walls, these stories continue to echo, shaping families, communities, and futures. If this journey opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that reveal the hidden truths of our world. Until next time, remember, freedom is fragile, choices matter, and every life has a story worth telling.